Earlier on this episode of The Grow Wire Show, Kara Goldin decided to take her kitchen-made fruit-enhanced water to market. After figuring out the early stages of production, she brought the waters to a San Francisco Whole Foods where they flew off the shelves. It was Kara's first taste of success with her company, Hint. But there were still some huge roadblocks to success. Distribution and scaling production were necessary for the company to continue growing, and Kara and her husband Theo prepared to work hard for it. You're watching The Grow Wire Show.
Unfortunately, there's no process that you go through to actually flip the switch to get distribution. I mean, it is really like a, pick and shovel situation where you just have to keep going to stores and keep getting traction. And the reality is that they're the big food companies are buying out all these spaces, right. And so it's very difficult for a small company to actually get space. And so we heard more no's than yeses, and sometimes that meant getting creative to say okay, well, your shelf space is owned, but what about if we could put a rack inside the store where, or a display of some sort? Is that a possibility? Right. And so we continue to do that. As time has gone on, I mean, they've seen their competitors put our product in, and they've seen the numbers, and, our sales per square foot are actually higher than, vitamin water, or higher than diet soda. Right. So we have only a little bit of space, but we're able to show that.
Yeah.
6 months into it, I mean, we basically just stuck to just doing product around the Bay Area that we could actually watch very carefully. We didn't give too much product. People would be like, oh, we go through this pretty quickly. Can we have 20 cases instead of 10 cases? And I'd be like, oh, we're really short on product. The reality is we didn't we wanted to make sure that we weren't producing a product that actually lost its shelf life and grew mold or went bad or some way.
We were getting to the point where we really couldn't expand anymore without having that long shelf life. Right. And I was very stressed out about it. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I thought, we've really changed how we make the flavor. Maybe the flavor we have today, because it's so much better, can survive that process of pasteurizing the product or heating it up to make sure, it doesn't have anything. And so, I went downstairs in the kitchen, simulated this hot fill process, they call it. A month later, we had product shelf stable, rolling off a production line here in Northern California.
Wow.
And then I think 2 or 3 weeks later, we started our second plant back east.
Wow.
And so that was really the real beginning.
Hint was often running with a process for sustained shelf life to fill orders for brick and mortar grocery stores. But Kara knew the budding online grocery market was ripe for the picking.
So we became one of the top products on Amazon very quickly, and then shortly after launching, they launched Amazon Prime. And so we became one of their big subscription businesses too, which really said to me that we were helping people drink water.
Yeah.
Right?
Kara's desire to change the world by helping people fall in love with water has gone one step further. A physical retail location to offer yet another way to engage with customers.
So this is the Hint store. Wow. We're so excited about it. Our really big idea is that we'd love to be able to do this in lots of different cities. I mean, the challenge with sort of relying on the shelf space in stores for a consumer product like ours is that you only get a tiny bit of space to actually tell the consumer everything about you and all your different flavors. I mean, we have over 20 flavors of Hint, and we have our sunscreen, and we have lots of different stuff, and the messaging around the bottle. So it's really just being able to tell everything that you're doing.
What's it like for you when you step into this store, having created Hint out of your kitchen, and now today, 13 years or so later, you're stepping into this amazing store where people are coming and taking their picture and buying your products. Now you have all of the different things going on. What's that like for you?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's super crazy. I probably get more excited that we're doing our job to actually do what I set out to do from the beginning, and 13 years later, we're still, doing it and hearing more and more from people that that's what we're achieving.
Here at Grow Wire, we always talk about taking the seed of an idea and growing it into something super, super successful. Kara Goldin did just that. I mean, she grew this idea out of her kitchen And look where we are today. This is incredible. So if you needed inspiration to get that idea off the ground, take it from here. And don't forget to continue to tune in to the Grow Wire Show for more inspirational stories just like this one. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna actually go grab a hint water and ask Kara for some more details about how she runs a business.